Hey, what's up? Nick here, and I'm back with another Fremennik Sagas guide, and this is going to be a guide to Vengeance, the Fremennik Saga. So you need 23 Dungeoneering and access to floor 12, 55 Agility, and 55 Thieving to complete this to 100%. Now, to complete this to 100%, you need to find and talk to Argrax, confront Coral about a key, and talk to Pilas after examining Shiana. Now, I'll go into them 3 side tasks once I've skipped to the live recording of the actual guide, and I will skip to that now. Hello, we've skipped to the live recording of Vengeance, the second saga. So I've already actually recorded this, but I thought I'd redo it as I noticed that there's a quicker way to do it than the way I first recorded it, and also I thought it might be easier to do it this way, as when I'm like watching the video back and commentating over, I tend to forget things and I end up recording or re-recording my voice like 100 times because I'm a nub. So anyway, what you want to do, you want to go over to the bank and bank everything, including your ring of kinship, just like on the first one. And you want to run down to this fella, Run, his name is. He's just by Fuck the Dungeoneering Master. So what you want to do, if you haven't already talked to him about unlocking the memory piece, you want to do that first, so the saga has actually been unlocked. And the memory piece you should have collected for this saga is the collection of swords. So once you've done that, you can either carry on talking to him, or you can just re-talk to him by right-clicking and starting the saga. And you'll want to select Vengeance, which is the second one along, and play the saga. So he will say, no, he won't say anything. So you'll enter what appears to be abandoned floor, I think. And you are these. Actually, you don't play any of these characters other than this one in the middle. So they are just skipping through some chat. It's nothing too important, but feel free to read it as it's part of the storyline. And if you want to find out about the storyline, take some time to read that, pause the video. I read it the first time round. It's just a bit of Jagex humour, I guess you could call it. And yeah, so just read through that. They've got actually quite amusing names, like this one that Ican has, and I think the one you play as is K Thanks Bye. So you just want to go through the south room, and you'll see some Forgotten Warriors in there. Now, this story, you actually play as the Marmos Forgotten Warrior. I think it's Marmos. So you just want to kill these warriors quickly. Chat box on. Yeah. So yeah, just haven't got any abilities that I can use. Yeah, as I was saying, I found a way you could do this actually a little bit quicker than I did originally. What it was is you start playing as this Marmos character, because one of these ones that you're killing at the moment are actually her brother, and it's sort of like a storyline about the Forgotten Warriors in the floor. It's as if they live in the floor. Well, I guess they do live in the floor. So you're actually playing as them, and there's a little bit of storyline about when she was younger. It's actually a female character you play as. So yeah, you just want to kill everyone and then kill her, and then your characters carry on through the floor behind the scenes. You don't actually see that yet. And this is her brother that they've actually just killed. I think, well, obviously, because you've just killed a brother, this is where the title of the saga comes from, Vengeance, because she is going to avenge her brother. Now, there will be a number of options you can actually take whilst playing the floor. So everything will have. You can choose one of 2 options. Now, there's a noble option and a ruthless option, I believe. And I'm not sure, I don't think this actually affects in EOC, but this was beforehand. Your weapon actually would have had a special attack, and depending on whether you've chosen the noble or ruthless, your weapon would have done either more damage or more healing. but that's not very apparent in EOC, so I think that must have been before EOC, but it's not before EOC, so that makes no difference. I've done this saga a number of times just to test out which one's better, and it makes no difference. Now you'll be talking to Orin. He's one of the warriors that got killed. You can choose either of these options. You can either keep the fish, it will actually give you a bit of food. I'm just going to give him the fish, and he'll give you a key to the first room. Now, Tivus, I think is the brother's name, he will come up as that little black character you saw on screen a minute ago, throughout the floor, just sort of trying to, I guess, haunt the player you're playing as, and trying to get them to go the ruthless path. Now, throughout the floor, you'll also find the 4 characters you saw at the beginning, and you basically just have to go back and kill them, work your way through the floor. So you'll get this one first of all, and you just want to kill them. It'll go into a little cutscene, and it'll give you another option. So you're just going to skip past the chat unless you want to read what it says. It's nothing too important. Skip. She dies. And then you can loot her. Now these rings, I would just pick them up for the sake of it, but as far as I'm concerned, they don't do anything, as they haven't, the times I've played for it, it's done nothing. Now you see in the chat box it says I took the more noble turn. The way you take the noble turn for this particular room is you fight her in open combat, so I guess you need to let her hit you first for open combat to activate, I guess, or you can just sort of run around a pillar and hit her for the ruthless path. So after you've killed her, you just want to finish the room off. It's just a simple rune crafting room. Enter the door, and you'll come into a room with some dungeon spiders. Now, when I was playing through this before, I was saying a minute ago about how I found a quicker way to do it. Actually, there is no GDs or guardian doors throughout this whole floor, so you don't actually need to kill the monsters, although some monsters are actually advised to kill because you're always poisoned throughout this thing. So yeah, you will slowly die. Now in this room to the east there is Has. Now he is gonna mage you. You can either fight him in open combat, or you can take that's the noble path, or you can fight, or what you could do, you can take the ruthless path, and there's a blue lever which you would have seen me pull, and that spawns all these skeletons and kills him without you having to fight him. And what you can do, you can go out the room and start killing them dungeon spiders just to get a bit more food whilst you're waiting for it, because sometimes it takes about 30 seconds for them even to go on him. His face is a bit glitched there, it's a bit, yeah, must be my graphics are on. I like playing on low graphics, and you often see it. If you haven't already killed these, I just kill them quickly anyway, as you can get up to 5 bits of giant flatfish. And you should also have looted a blue triangle key, a little bit of fish, and his ring of kinship. Just checking you couldn't wear them to sort of boost stats, but it doesn't really matter because they are range and mage, so that wouldn't have helped you anyway. So go through the blue triangle door and you'll see Tivus again. Now you can just completely ignore these hellhounds, they'll just waste your time, and he's not saying anything of importance. That's just part of the floor. Now this is also not a guardian door, but as one of the side tasks for the unabridged version, you need to come around and talk to, I'm going to pronounce that as Argax. So you just want to talk to her. She's still alive, but you can either get her to you can take the noble path and kill her rather than let her fight on, or you can take the ruthless path and make her fight. So I'm just going to let her die, she's earned her rest. As I said before, you can take any of the options throughout this. It's not going to affect you at all. And you're just going to want to keep your health up as well, because you are poisoned and you're continuously getting hit. Some more dead warriors. Obviously this is the obviously the warriors progressing through the floor. Now when you get into this room, there's 5 levers dotted around the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what you want to do, you can't waste any time in this, you just want to pull. 1, move TVS, 2, go on first, 3, 4, 5. Now it's not a hard requirement, you just literally, as long as you don't sort of stand there for 5 minutes between each lever, you're gonna pretty much do it. So yeah, if you're running low on food, just kill some dungeon spiders. They only take a couple of seconds to kill, but you can just run them through the floor. Now for the second side task of the unabridged version to get 100% completion is you need to talk to Coral and confront him about a key. Now whilst talking to him, he tells you that he surrendered and gave the key away, so the players fighting through the floor could carry on through the floor. And yeah, it's just talking about that. So you can either kill him, prevent him from harming again, or let Coral go. He's learned his lesson, so I'm just going to let him go. That'll be nice. There's no room for evil in this world. Right, let's carry on. So yeah, noble turn. Carry on through the floor. Now you have to kill Lola Watt. And there's Tevis banging on about something. It's nothing important. It's not really even part of the storyline. It's just him sort of going, kill them, set an ambush, blah blah blah. Just ways that you can brutally kill these warriors fighting through. And her face is also glitched. Now there's another glitched quite a lot actually. So you're just gonna skip through, or read if you want to. It's not massively important. Loot some food. She also has a key and Tevis's engagement ring. Face still glitched. Ooh, click through the door and carry on. Right, you want to go west through that door. There's 2 options in that room, as you can see. There's the north and the west. You want to go west first, so it's quicker. You want to talk to this woman on the floor. She's actually dead, actually, so you can't talk to her. That'd be pretty pointless. And yeah, so Tevis is gonna just pop up for no reason. Anyway, then you want to go north. Oh, just join his FC because he's a nub. Happy now, Mike? Right, yeah. Use this key on here just to get out of your inventory. Anyway, run east. Now, what I'm doing at the moment, cause I just examined that dead woman, and it's actually either the girlfriend or wife of Pelas. I don't know if that's right. Anyway, you've got to make sure you've examined her first and gone through that little chat, and then what you want to do is come down and talk to him. He's pretty much dead. And now there's another option. He's just asking about whether she's if you know anything about her. Now you can either lie to him so you can have a comfortable end, or tell him the truth and tell him the truth that his other half has died. So I'll just tell her she's fine. Give him a bit of BS. It's a white lie. He's gonna die anyway. So after doing that, you've done all the side tasks for the unabridged task, yeah. So 100% completion. So just finishing the floor will actually give you the 100% completion. Now you come in, this room's a bit weird. There's loads of dead children on the floor. That actually these don't exist. They're actually just a figment of your imagination. I think it's because Tevis, after all his BS of going on about vengeance and shit, he's actually driven your character crazy. Now when you fight, K thanks bye, it's quite a cool name. you can either come back and she proves that the children aren't real and that it's just a part of your imagination, or you can just kill her and end the floor. I'm probably just going to kill her because it's quicker. The outcome is not changed in any way, so you just want to quickly go over and kill her. She teleports around the room a little bit like the Geomancer. No, what is it? Hobgoblin Geomancer, that's it. She can also stun you, but she never has done whilst I've been fighting her, so just want to skip past because she is who is to mainly blame for killing Tivas. And then Tivas comes back, refuse to acknowledge K. Skip through, unless you want to carry on reading, of course, by all means do. I read the stories the first time around, they're actually pretty interesting, so I'd advise if you're doing this you may as well read it. It's not like it's going to take you that much longer. And that is the end of the saga. You shall now be standing outside, and you would have gained 100% completion if you've done them. You've got to make sure you've done them 3 parts that I said, so you can either let I've forgotten her name now. You can let her fight or carry on. You need to confront someone about a key, and you need to let Pilas know about his other half after examining her, finding out she's dead. And that is it. Thanks for listening, guys. See ya. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in my next video.